is July 23rd. The Yankees win their first series in forever. And not only do they win it, they sweep them Royals away. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steam and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talking Yanks, episode number bloop, bloop, blah, blah, blah. The Yankees sweep the Royals. What does this mean? Nobody knows. Could mean something, could mean nothing, but they did it. They swept the Royals. Jake, how you doing?
James, Davis, everyone tuning in with us on this fine Sunday or Monday or whenever you listen to Talking Yanks, I guess. We're recording Sunday at 4:41 p.m. Yeah, the Yankees, they checked a necessary box, which for the, we haven't been saying that for a little bit now. So they sweep the Royals, who are Oakland Athletics level bad. At home, they check a couple boxes that you're right. You hope in a week we're talking about Anthony Rizzo back to being Anthony Rizzo. We see some stuff from G. The Yankees survive and win 3 games. Good. You left the door open because if they lost 2 out of 3 of these, we would have jammed the window shut. So a little bit of hope as we head into and you know that I'm actually converted on this. I didn't think Subway Series had extra juice. It does have extra juice, and the 2 at the stadium are going to be some lively crowds this week, so I'm excited for that.
The crowds will be lively. I don't know if it's got juice outside of the 2 fan bases.
Don't care. I'm talking about in the stadium. I'm talking about the atmosphere.
I know, but sometimes they have juice. Like, San Francisco Giants and Dodgers, I'd tune into that more than so. I think this year it's internal juice only. Anyway, the Royals stink. They're playing a fun brand of baseball where if you throw strikes in the zone, they'll swing at them. And then if you throw strikes outside the zone too, I guess just pitches, they'll swing at those too. Pitches. So that was kind of cool, man. Like nice quick innings. I think, Clark had like a 5-pitch inning and a 7-pitch inning. And it was like, you put it close, we'll ground it out or pop it up. Just have some fun. So I appreciate that out of the Royals. That made for a nice game speed and tempo. There's some things that are good, man. And I think the only thing is you just avoided selling 100%. Because if you got swept, like if they got swept, then they're selling or they're just not buying at all. You know what I mean? Like you can't get swept by the Royals. So they win the series. So they avoid that. And now you take the hotter bats and say, is this just because we played the Royals or are these guys actually heating up? And that's what the next 2 series will do for us. And then we'll see how aggressive or non-aggressive. Because now I do think, say they sweep the Mets and then is it Astros next?
I think
or is it Baltimore?
Baltimore. I think it's
say they win 4 out of the next 5. You have to take 2 from Baltimore to for what I'm saying to like really get aggressive. Maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This tight wire couple weeks. The Mets are asking themselves a lot of questions and what's their deadline going to look like, and is it there's been Justin Verlander rumors and he's getting the pill in the first game. Rodon and Quintana game 2, the 2 lefties that have both come back, so that's fun. So yeah, you know where I land with any 2-game set. Like you just can't lose both. Like there is a chance, if they split 2, that we'll just do a shoulder shrug, and then it'll be pretty real with 2 off days in between, and then it's at Baltimore, and then they come back home to the stadium to play the Rays. So hey, if this team has the 8-2 and 10 games, and they're looking for a time to do it, now would be a great one for multiple reasons. In-division games coming up after the Mets series and leading up to the deadline and positioning themselves as good as they can be from everything else they've done in this, more than first half of the season.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I think I very much believe the Royals are a great jumpstart team, but you have to follow up. But I also believe in no batting gloves. So tricky situation there.
Sean Casey. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Another wedding this weekend. Congrats to Abby and Andy. Late night in Queens. That's how you know it's good. And
what else? Oswaldo got sent down.
Oswaldo sent down. Franchy sent down.
Bauer makes his return.
Greg Allen back.
Glaber leaves with an injury, so Oswaldo for sure coming back. That's not something that happened yet, but that's the way it goes if Oswaldo goes to AAA. So
he comes right back, and boom, boom, boom. Loizaga and Judge have fun.
Right. The at-bat heard around the world. The pregame sim game broadcasted on the Yes Network because that's kind of where we're at with the Yankee season. And they did say afterwards, J-Lo will throw again sim game, and then he would start a rehab assignment on Saturday. Still no Judge timeline, and that's obvious. And Nestor threw a rehab start today. So he could potentially be 10 games away if they do two rehab starts.
The earliest he can come back is he's 60 days.
Oh, that's right.
August 3rd, I believe, is his earliest eligible date. So it sounded like
Boone
Boone, I think, said sometime during this series he would probably get at least 3 rehab games.
Makes sense.
Been out a while.
Yeah. Yep. The Judge stuff is weird.
What part?
I don't know. I don't even really want to get into it because I don't want to be grouchy about nothing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of all of it the last 2 months.
Bizarre all around.
Really weird.
Bizarre all around.
Like, yes, had their full crew there, like a zoom in on his foot swinging. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It felt like it was a clown and pony show. I mean, I don't even know if it felt like it. Like that was someone sending a message to someone, either to the fans or to Hal or Judge to the team, or never seen that.
Yeah.
Broadcast like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Like they hyped it up like a fight. And then they had the slow-mo replays rolling. Zoomed in on his foot. It was very weird. It felt like I said I didn't want to get into it, Jake.
Okay, then let's not get into it. What I'll say without getting into it is, I mean, we do have some Yes Connects that we can knock around. Because we had Kay was tweeting about it before. I wonder if they got special permission or who knows. And that's the question that we always get lost in is it could literally be anything. It could be it could have been from the Yankees, show off this at bat. It could have been from Judge, show the people this at bat. Yes Network, I don't know.
I don't know if Loiza's got that kind of pull. Could be him too.
Just bizarre. So hopefully something. I don't even know what I'm hoping for.
Me neither. All right. Are we burning? Are we back to Burns?
Yeah, we got an actual series.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Jim. And the burns are brought to you by PPV.com. You're probably familiar. You know the name PPV, pay-per-view. But PPV.com, they have the Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford Undisputed Welterweight World Championship live on PPV.com, the only streaming platform where boxing fans can participate in a live interactive chat. And who's in that chat? It's John Boy Media's Dan Canobio and Chris Algieri, and legendary boxing writer Lance Pugmire. Not a John Boy Media affiliated person yet. We'll see. This is one of the big ones. Our guy Canobio is hyped, and the people at pay-per-view events are as well. There's no subscription required ever. You can download the PPV.com app, all your favorite devices. Order Spence Crawford on PPV.com right now. Believe me is the best way to watch this fight, and you do not want to miss out. So July 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. There's a link in the description. And, if you're a real sports junkie, Yanks checked your box. That boxing fight's coming up next week. Probably right when this live ep will be wrapping up. Ball in Play Championship, our Warehouse Games channel. BBD is on the hardwood. Joe's McFly is on the hardwood.
Cement.
Hardwood.
On the cement.
Hard words. So go check that out. We'll probably a ton of people from our live YouTube chat right now will be hopping over to that. So that'll be fun.
There's a link in here.
Game 1. Royals. Yankees. Nettles.
After a Schmitty West Coast trip, Clark would try to get the Yankees season out of the marsh against Alec and the Royals, who came into town. Bottom 2, smile. You've got Franchy. 1-0 Yanks. Top 4, now stay with me here. Starts with an M, ends with a Y. Massey, 3-run bomb. Yikes, Royals take the lead. But bottom 4 starts with an M, ends with a Y. McKinney puts up 3 points himself. Oh, Billy. It's 4-3 Yanks. Make it 5. Friday night Glaber bombs. I'm having flashbacks. Known slugger Michael Massey homers again. And an electric game-ending play by Tony Chicken Parms at shortstop gets the final out at third. Clark to Wandy to King to Canely to Clay. New York survives. 5-4 final.
Felt like a game they might lose at the end, but they won it. And I actually like this game as Peraza and McKinney playing with their hair on fire and making like defensive plays and having fun. I like that aspect of this game a whole bunch.
Some definite nervous energy as this game's close. And like we said, if basically one thing does go awry in any of these games, it's it's a very bleak outlook. So, the Billy McKinney game, he makes a couple big catches. He has a 3-run homer, playing center field. That play to end the game is a fun one. I think I was reliving it if Volpe doesn't make that play, or if he went to first, what would we been saying? Because it's not an easy play. It's kind of a funky throwing angle, and everything's got to be precise. And it was. And DJ gives a little fist pump that you don't always get that out of him. So survive is the word of the day for me.
It was a good defensive game. DJ opened it up with a nice defensive play at third base on it. I think it was like 105 mile per hour exit velo hit ball. And then you had the 2 McKinney plays, the sliding and the leaping. You had the 2 Peraza plays diving up the middle. One was in the 9th, right before the Volpe ball. And then you had that Volpe one as well. I think Rizzo took a routine-ish play, but like a hot shot at first where our defense has been failing us. So if they don't make a couple of those plays, I don't think we say that's the defense's fault. I think we're just upset about the pitching because they were hard hit, but the defense helped out the pitching. We haven't had a fraction of the team help another fraction of the team in a while.
It's true.
So that was cool. Clark was good. The Royals swing at everything, which was pretty nice. So he filled up the zone. I liked that.
Only 64 pitches from Clark, 5.2.
Yeah, what'd you think about that? Boone definitely managed his game against the Royals like he was managing for the season. This series against the Royals like he was managing for the season.
Yeah, it's just funny, man. I mean, we're like too close to the situation sometimes, and it's just like, the Yankees say some of these baseball-isms, and then, clearly they realize that they'd put themselves in such a bad spot that they had to take these games more serious. And it's like, I don't know, there's still something bizarre to treating different games more serious than other games, because that kind of defies baseball and sports in general. Like, I know NBA kind of has a problem with resting players, and that's a little different because it's such a physical grind that they're navigating that in their own way. But the Yankees kind of, if we can figure it out, the team can figure it out when games and series mean more to them, and this clearly does because it's deciding part of their future of their season.
I mean, they went Wandy, King, Canely, Clay, and then Wandy, Canely, Clay back to back against the Royals. and then used King again game 3.
And
Wandy got
Wandy
loose.
was up.
Yeah, so all of their top 4 relievers pitched in 2 games this series, and they were all close. The Royals aren't good, so I don't know how good it is, but a win's a win, a win is a win, and a win is a win, and 3 of them are nice. What'd you think about pulling Clark at 64? I mean, all things considered, you had a lefty coming up. The lefties were hitting him pretty hard. They're hitting the sweeper, which I don't think he usually throws the lefties that much, but he's dabbling everywhere, and they started hitting it. I was a bit like surprised, but then I was like, okay, cool.
Clark's also like at his career. He's set a career high in innings pitched kind of already. So I think the rest of the way we might see some of this.
And we're also
ruins the whole thing. Okay. Don't tell me it was preventive instead of aggressive.
Well, I
within this game, it may have still been aggressive.
Yeah, I don't
just something that I've been kind of eyeing.
Yeah, I don't think that comes into play. I think the bigger factor there is we're surrounded by 3 off days. They had an off day coming back from the West Coast. They got an off day coming up, and they have one after the Mets series. So I think full tilt, go win a game. Who cares if Clark's thrown 65 pitches or 95 pitches? It's, we're in the 6th inning. We need to win.
Yeah.
Billy McKinney, center fielder. And this is Peraza's, as you noted, Jim. He leads off this game, and then he does not lead off again.
No, he did get hit by a pitch. I don't know. Maybe that. I don't know if they said anything about that. I didn't tune in. I've been at the beach actually, I haven't really been at the beach. I've been on the street by the beach at home with the kids, but I've been tuned into like the press pre and post as much. So I don't know if he talked about why Peraza got the day or if it was just a day.
They said just a day.
Okay. He did get hit first pitch of the game, right? Like he let off in the first pitch of the game, just was like a bullet at his head, shoulder.
Yeah, he got hit. Drove one to the wall that got robbed. Would have been nice for him to have.
Dude, that was nice. That was like 415 feet. Yeah. Good game.
Okay.
Defense won that game. I mean, the offense obviously get the Franchy homer and the McKinney homer and the other stuff, but there was a lot of defensive plays, which was nice. McKinney and Peraza, 2 guys that weren't worth us.
Boom.
Game 2. Will they win the series?
Quite the singer, that Cole, huh? As Brady and Garrett tee it up in the boogie down bottom 1, 2 out RBI single by Big G. It's 1-0 Yanks, but make it 1-1 as Nick, I'm so proud of you. He homers. Each team would push another run across. Glaber's sac fly is underrated, and Garcia with the RBI single. It's 2-2 in the 7th. Oh, hey, Mr. DJ, put that record on. I want to dance with my baby. DJ 26 with the classic Oppo Taco homer to give the Yanks the lead, and your Star Insurance runs are brought to you by Giancarlo. Let the rhythm take you over, Giancarlo. Te quiero. Yankee wins. Cole to some greasers. Wandy, Tommy, and Clay. 5-2 final.
Cole gets it done. Versus Brady Singer, huh? You like him? You like Brady Singer? What's your thoughts? All the Royals fans tuning in want to know.
He's pitched pretty well at Yankee Stadium. He doesn't mind it there. He does have one of the highest ERAs in baseball this season. Does feel like a good change of scenery guy at some point. But yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you were a giant fucking Brady Singer fan.
I kind of am.
You are?
University
Former
of
top
Florida,
prospect.
first round pick.
He seems so pissy to me all the time.
Light bulb really went off last year. I think he just looks.
I feel like
young.
he looks like he makes these noises on the mound like.
He doesn't look nearly as pissy as that pissy guy that used to frustrate you. Who is that?
I don't know. Who was that?
We'll figure that out. Because Singer's not even in that guy's league.
He looks like full of angst to me.
They mentioned on the Yes broadcast, like Brady Singer it was a terrible start to this year because he's on Team USA, but sort of the last pitcher on the roster. So he kind of
Yeah, they were saying him and Witt.
only pitched 2 innings, so he didn't like really do spring training. So that I don't know how true it is, didn't pour into the game logs, but seems like they're blaming a lot of it on that.
I think that's a great blame. Like he didn't get reps.
Interested.
He was just benched.
Said the same for Bobby Witt. He was on the bench behind everyone. A lot of Royals excuses this series, huh?
Wow.
No Vinny.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. What was your favorite part about this game again?
Let's see. I mean, the DJ homer opposite field to break the tie, and that's how you kind of want your DJ homers to look.
Yeah, nice at bat. This whole game was playing, like this whole series felt like everyone was playing on the outside edge because you got a bunch of not good hitters, so you try to beat them outside instead of busting them in. And DJ got 2 calls on him in that at bat that he didn't like, so you could see him kind of ready, like they're going back out there and gearing up for it. But that was nice. I enjoyed that.
It's what it looks like when he's right, and that's we're gonna be grasping at straws a little bit unless the Yankees actually get going against some other teams. But yeah, you need Big G homering. He's doing that. Rizzo starts checking some boxes the next game. DJ checks like that box for him that you hope we can look back and say it's the start of something. But it's also, you hear it in our voice. The Royals after today are 28-73. That's big bad.
Yeah, that's not good at all. And Cole pitched well, but they just swing, man. Like you just find the edge or anywhere, and they weren't that great. I did. Oh, the other thing is, both these games, like they just straight up gave us a run, and even game 3, they just gave us a bunch of runs. So, there's definitely part of me that wants to be just straight up happy and be like, yeah, let's get rolling, let's going. But then like I was going through the highlights and the replays and like Stanton's hit past Witt, and you actually have to look at the footage now because everything is marked a hit and there's no errors anymore. But there's just runs given. Rizzo's in game 1, Rizzo hits into the double play. They throw it into left field. So the inning continues and they score 1 run in the first there. And then this game, Stanton hits that 84-mile-per-hour one underneath Witt's glove that they give a hit. And
that was 84. I thought Paulie was talking about that was like over 100.
The one underneath. Let me see. I have it here.
I thought that one was a 101.
Maybe the pitch was 84.
I mean, definitely in range of what pitches could be.
The pitch was 84. The hit was 105. My apologies. I read the wrong number.
Apologize, everyone. Don't leave a fucking comment.
Well, no, but it's still, that gets stopped. That gets at least blocked.
Yeah, I mean, but in the head of Bobby Witt, that is his goal because Stanton's one of the slowest runners in the sport, and he couldn't. So of the runs Royals gave us, I think that one can be in a slightly different bucket.
Sure. I don't know. I think other teams that doesn't happen. The Royals just kind of have that factor, like the Yankees have usually.
Royals made some more straight up mistakes in the series. That one doesn't fully register for me. A lot of guys knock it down.
Pitching, they go to the top 3 again here, and they get it. Clay with Clay got the save in the first, but he kind of got hit hard. And then this one, did he walk all the lefties he faced? Or did all the lefties get on?
Clay was working in this one. Let's see. Clay went. Melendez struck out looking. He's lefty, so that's the first batter. Massey grounded out 2, and he's left.
Did he face like all lefties? Who did he walk? Didn't he walk 2 guys?
He walked Prado, who's lefty, and then Olivares singled. Those are the 2 guys that got on.
They have a lot of lefties. Is Olivares lefty?
In my head, he's not.
He's not. Maybe he went to like 3-2 on one of those guys. I just knew that the lefties were really not really chasing the sinker like they usually do. And he was also high with it in this. He was grinding. It was 20-something pitches for him.
Yep.
back-to-back days. Canley gives up a home run. Massey.
Yeah, I mean, Massey, we love a good, well, we don't, we sarcastically, we love a good Yankee killer series. And I mean, Michael Massey, have a weekend, kid. Career 10 homers.
This game, Volpe had an 0-2 single in one of the innings when we rallied. Or was that the first game? Blurring them because they're very similar.
Yeah, that was they were kind of similar. I think that was the first game.
He had 2 hits because later on he took a fastball to right, I believe, or that might have been the second game. Anyway, whatever I'm trying to get at is they were feeding. It was the first game. It was that dude. That was that dude Marsh. He was feeding everyone curveballs and sliders. So it was like breaking balls galore, which is the scouting report on the Yankees right now, that they see like 40% breaking balls, higher than any other team. Volpe grounded out to third on a slider in his first or second at bat. And then he gets the hit on an 0-2 curveball that was outside that he pulled. And we're getting a little bit nearer back to that place where, like, I wanted Volpe to start using the whole field again. He was trying to pull everything. Then he does get a hit in game 2 to the right. That was my whole storyline of that. Like, I started feeling in my head, like, I need to see him go to right again. Like, come on, we did this already. And then he did with the fastball in game 2, I believe. So that was something I noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else you got, Papo?
I think that's all. I mean, another, like, they were down that home run. Or they weren't
tied.
They were tied. When it got tied and then it's getting late, it's like, it's very nice to walk away with the win. Go back and you're like, oh yeah, these were kind of close. And they're a last place team. And the last place team beat us in a series. So what are we? Spinning in my head. Happiness. What does this mean? Happiness. What does this mean?
Yep.
Game 3?
Sure. Yankees bring their broomsticks to the Bronx. Have not said that a lot this year, huh? Hopefully Luis Severino would be more Luis Severine, yes, as he and the Yanks would try to get back on track. Tell me if you've heard this one before. Against the worst ERA in baseball, Jordan Lyles on the bump. Like a good Gleyber, Torres is there. 2-run gibber in the first. Tony and Harry each have RBI hits. It's 4-0. Hey now, bottom 3. Whoop whoop. 5-0 and call the fuzz. Tony's got his Riz back. First homer since 1927. Easy like a Sunday morning, but actually kind of scary at points. Royals and Mike Massey make it close as they normally do, but the Yanks open it back up. 3 in the 8th with a couple good at-bats and some Royal slop. Sevy to Hammy to King to Ron. Hey. Yankees sweep and win 8-5 final.
And finally, we got ourselves 4-0 early, a little bit of a laugher, having fun with Rizzo. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
This game's kind of closer than I think it should be. And then, okay, it's a 4-run game again, 8-4. And then, oh, wait, they're threatening. And it's like, but awesome. But ultimately, great that we got the 3 wins.
Yeah, the King innings.
I kept finding myself actively talking to my dad and whoever's around me, like, this Royals team is terrible.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh, shit, we're in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the King inning, really scary, really scary. I mean, Ron at the end, that's a situation where you'd rather have a guy throw a fastball for a homer than give up walks. So that's whatever. I think it shows a little bit of Ron's current standing in the bullpen. But, yeah, I mean, the King inning, super crazy. That's like, oh, my God, if we have to go into a record day and Kinger gives up another and the Yankees lose a game to the Royals and it changes the whole tone, that, yeah, definitely some scary moments throughout this series. They get 3 wins somehow. Severino ruins his final line with his last pitch. Or if Bauers catches that ball in right field, maybe we don't even get to that pitch. But, yeah, survive.
Survive. Rizzo with some storylines. Massey homers again. Then that sloppy play, infield single, all that stuff.
Yeah, if you didn't see, ball comes off the end of Peraza's bat, bases loaded. Takes a really funky end of the bat, spin. First baseman gets his glove on it, but not in his glove, and just like one of those. Whenever you see like a panicked baseball play and you're like, oh my God, and you hear like coaches say, eat it, or, it was definitely an eat it moment, and he tried to not eat it, and that kind of ended the game.
Then, no, that kind of ended the game. What did you think about Bader bunting as far as decisions of this game?
I don't mind it. I mean, before that Bader at bat, I was looking at his stats recently, and he has not been in a good place. And I was going back to, remember when there was a part of this season where the small ball Yanks were like really effective, and it was like every time the Yankees did small ball, they got rewarded for a little bit. I forget when that was. But yeah, Bader's been in a funk. No outs. Yeah, I mean, then it turns into the result of the bunt that you're playing that part of it, that if he doesn't get it down or something, I'd say, yeah, disaster class, but he does, and it put the Yankees in position for someone like Peraza, who, yeah, it's not pretty, but he put it in play. He uses his speed. It put pressure on the defense on a bad team, and you end up getting the result from it. So I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it either. And Higgy was coming up. He's a sack fly machine. My dad was just telling the kids about that. So I felt bad for Bader last time, and then he hit a homer, but win games. Wish they were playing like this 2 weeks ago.
Bader makes a nice catch in this one. That changes the whole outlook of that seventh inning or whenever that was.
Good outfield play.
Yeah.
There was one ball that Franchy, I didn't know if he could have caught in game 1 or 2, that dropped in front of him. I think it was Prado dropped one in front of him. And I was like, oh, man, I don't know. Whatever. Shrug.
Yeah.
Volpe and McKinney almost collide.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know we talked about a couple episodes. There's been a few pop-ups recently that the Yankees just kind of end up bumping butts a little bit. It's mostly been foul outs. Like I think Trevino and Riz had one, and I don't know. It almost
first inning today.
Almost felt like the Yankees outside of Glaber and Rizzo, because they like doing the game of like, I'm gonna joke catch it next to you. I think all the other Yankees are instructed both go for it, and the taller guy catches it. Like, don't run hard at each other, but if you both go for it, one of you probably gets it.
That's sound coaching. Did we forget in the grounds creeping the Jose Trevino stuff?
Oh yeah,
we did forget Jose Trevino and Andy Pettitte.
The Trevino stuff is I love Trevi. He's like an awesome dude, but I'm just can't have any more of these stories where a Yankee says, "Well, I thought I could play hurt, but I'm not helping the team, so surprise, I'm actually injured and I'm done for the season now."
Yeah, man,
those are tough ones.
Feels impossible that happened again, and it did, and it's disconnects is one of my words I've been using a lot lately, and it's like what happened? Because I understand, revealing stuff to the media. No team really likes to do that. But, Boone a week ago told the press, like, oh, Trevi's good. He's got some usual dings and nicks from being an everyday catcher, but besides that, he's good. And then Trevino out for the season, bong, and Trevino's like, oh, yeah, I've had this since the spring. And you're like, come on, guys, fellas. The spring? February? It's almost August.
He could mean May. When's the last reasonable date of spring? Like May 15th? And I'm not talking the actual scientific stuff.
Right, because that's a lot later than you'd think.
Yeah, because that is just wrong. I hate people that are like, summer doesn't start until it's like, summer starts when school's out. Everyone knows that.
Okay.
All right, let's go into awards.
I think so. Andy Pettitte, another pseudo coach for the Yanks.
Love it. Love it. Great time to announce it when everyone wants you to talk about trades and go get people to help the team.
Well, this is kind of like the biggest trade they could have made, Jim.
He was on the field for Loiza Good Judge. People forget that.
I think post game Boone said he wants him to breathe into these
Andy
guys.
Pettitte.
He loves
None of my reaction to this and being a grouch has to do with anything about the beautiful Andy Pettitte. I like him a ton.
You're more mad at the Royals, I think.
Hate how much the Yankees are becoming an eyewash factory.
Speaking of eyes, Jim, I just threw on my Shady Rays, and today's episode is sponsored by Shady Rays. Take on the sun. It's here, July 23rd. I mean, we are middle of summer. Get yourself a pair of sunnies. It's a world-class product at an affordable price. Durable frames, extremely clear optics, and if you lose them or you crush them, I say crush them. I've done that in experience. You put them down on the seat, crack, bam, boom, pow. You need a new pair of glasses, right? You hit up Shady Rays and you say, hey, I sat on my glasses. And they'll be like, LOL, yo. But we'll send you a new pair because they have their lifetime lost and broken replacement guarantee that they will send them back out to you. So with that, the lifetime guarantee part, sure. The already cheaper prices of a great product. They are giving you code YANKS for 50% off 2+ pairs of premium polarized shades. Go to shadyrays.com and use code YANKS, 50% off 2+ pairs of premium polarized shades. I wear them every day.
Cousin Kyle showed up in Shady Rays. He looked great.
And Cousin Kyle's been known in parts of Michigan as Shady Ray.
As a past life.
Right. He's moved on, but
we think and hope.
Nice guy.
It's behind me.
Nice guy.
If I open that window, there's maybe, I wonder what the honest head count is under 10-year-olds. Maybe 20.
Wow.
Making a dessert with my Aunt Frances, the sand cake it's called.
Sand cake?
Sand cake.
Yeah, it looks like a beach. Like there's like, I don't know. It's pretty tasty. It's like almost like a cup of mud. You would get like a pudding and then crushed Oreos and then like gummy worms stuff. But it's good. But I don't know if James is in there. Like he's pretty gross. The kid's been shitting himself all day.
Pride of the
Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
You get to go first. You're gonna give it to your Scottish king.
Heathen season.
Well, it's an interesting proposition because technically we skipped, so.
Oh, that is true. So
I just don't know where that leaves us.
I do get to go first.
I gave out some awards last episode.
What is it in the ledger?
You have to listen to it. You have to listen to the episode backwards. It's one of those like record deals.
That sounds like some heathen shit to me. I believe you.
It is.
So I get to go first because we didn't do him last time?
Go. Give it to your Scottish guy.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You can go first, Jake. I don't want to take it from you for the rest of the
Wow. Dude, this is kind of actually a tough one.
No, I mean I have two that I want to give it to, but I don't want to steal Sunday from you for the whole second half.
I have a couple tweeners, and it's been working. Like the Yankees are hot now. It's not Franchy. I will go with. I'll end up going with Tony Riz. I don't know. I guess on this final day.
That sucks. All right, I should have won first.
We have a good moment. You can still go first.
All right, I'm going Glaber.
Okay. That's a good one.
I don't want McKinney getting left out.
I have a really good award for him, so.
Like it. Love it.
That's why I wanted to go. Actually, no, I'm going first. It's Anthony Rizzo. And he has a 4-hit day today. He hasn't had 4 hits in 4 years. 4 hits in 4 years. And he hits the homer 45 games. Crazy. That's real. And, you know, he was originally, if we were doing suspects on last year's DJ LeMahieu hit and injury scale, he was currently suspect number 1. So then the Trevino news leaks, and everyone's like, wait, so if this can happen again, maybe let's check on Tony Riz's vitals? Because his slump links directly with a contact injury that he missed a little time for. He comes out, 4-hit day today, hits the home run. You know, I sneaky still like a silent treatment here and there. He gets that. And yeah, put him in the bucket of, well, does anything matter? Are we going to look back and laugh at this Royals series? Or, like a lot of guys in baseball that have gone through big slumps, sometimes a heater comes with it. So, hey.
Some of the pitches he hit, because half your brain goes, all right, well, Royals. And the other half goes, well, the actual individual pitches he hit were kind of interesting. They were up and in fastballs.
Yeah, Paulio was really good on it on the broadcast.
What'd he say?
He was just talking about how those upstairs pitches Rizzo's getting to, he gets to those when he's not leaving over the plate and looking for the outside pitch.
Yeah. And even when he was going really well this year, that was still a pitch he was struggling with. Now, I asked Hokie about this. He was off yesterday. He said he was going to ask about it today after the game. I don't know if he did because we've been recording, but I need to know the backstory of going up there with sans batting gloves. And I have my fan fiction.
Tell the people, it's a good one.
Version of it. You know, he's making such bad contact that, you know, he says, you know, lucky I got my gloves on. My hands would be stinging like crazy. All this bad contact I'm making. And Sean Casey said, take your gloves off and feel that pain.
Yeah.
So he went up there without his batting gloves on. Now there's even more on the line. There's a sting that could start in your hands and it could go down to your elbows. And he doesn't want that. He's already got the mental sting of not hitting well and the physical sting of when Tatis made him necklace. So he goes, no batting gloves. And now all he can do is square it up because he doesn't want to get hurt. And he does. So that is how I would answer the question if I was Rizzo and Hoke asked me after the game today, the decision to go no batting gloves for 1 or 2 at-bats.
I don't want to hurt or help the story, and I don't know how you could tie this into your fan fiction. He also changed his walk-up song today to Taylor Swift's Ready for It. And he said, it's Taylor Swift, it's her summer. She's been helping the economy in every city. So Taylor Swift's now affecting the Yankees.
That's huge. I like that. I changed my fan fiction. I have Sean Casey now hiding his batting gloves from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So good pride. Good pride. As I said, I'm going to go Gleyber Torres with my pride.
Yes.
He had a sac fly in this series where he just kind of punched one to the left fielder. And in that moment, I was like, God damn, Gleyber's just being awesome at the plate. Like, he's just playing team ball. He's doing his own thing. He's playing, gets a hit in every game in this series, so he spreads the love. He made a couple nice plays at second. He didn't make any puppy dog plays at second that I can remember. But, yeah, that sac fly and that approach right there with the breaking ball and him just throwing the bat at it. I don't know what game it was in because I'm blurring games 1 and 2 like crazy.
Yeah, I think it was the first one. Volpe was the runner on third because it was actually kind of a tough tag up because Gleyber is out there with the intention, or no, it is game 2. Glaber's out there with the intention, get the runner home from third, get a barrel on it, get it to the outfield, however you do, and it's a nice swing to do that, but it was on a line a little bit. That it was a good tag by Volpe as well.
Yeah, but I was proud of Gleyber in that moment, and I was like, Sean Casey walked up to Glaber and said, "You don't fucking need me. So when I don't talk to you, don't take that as an insult. That's the best compliment I can pay you." And went on his way. And Glaber was like, "All right, dude."
He's like, "You're being a little dramatic."
Like, is there a documentary being filmed? Are you reading a script? Be real, Sean.
Post me and you.
But Glaber did like it. Afterwards, he was like, "That was cool. I like that." Yeah. Sometimes the most motivational speeches are written down.
Whoa.
Four score actually wasn't written down. Lincoln kind of improv that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would say it was motivational. Okay.
Another, Glaber's out there. There's a much ado about Volpe playing in every game this year, and he keeps that up even though he sits out in the final game. Glaber's only missed one. So Glaber's been out there. And, I guess especially with the fear factor that we live with as Yankee fans, Glaber leaving with a left hip thing casually in the 7th inning or so. I hope let's hope that's one of the hyper precautionary. We've got to lead against the Royals. Glaber, you're out, as we need to win the next couple games, because if Glaber's out for a little bit, scary.
Unfortunately, I do believe in the Oswaldo can't get sent down jinx or whatever you would want to call it that BBD did mention. So that does have me a little more worried than if that had not, if Oswaldo Cabrera didn't get just sent down and this happens with the Glaber, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Like, Glaber plays a lot, but because he just got sent down and every time he gets sent down, he gets turned right back around.
Yeah.
I am worried.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Let's get into MFer. It's a series sweep, so it's interesting, but
You
who
Yankee
do you got?
motherfucker.
My Yankee MFer, huh?
Yep.
Golly.
Golly gee
Golly gee Willikers. My MFer will actually, and this is really rude because I have defended it before. I'll go to Ron Marinaccio.
Yabby.
I don't know. It seems like we've come a long way from the Ron Marinaccio that came up and had the longest scoreless streak in baseball for a little bit last year, and power wipeout changeup when he needed it. I don't even know. I don't know what lane I like for Ron. I feel like I used to know that. I feel like Ron for a little bit was when he was coming up and being good, it was like, ooh, if we're down 2 in the 7th, I think Ron's gonna hold this and maybe have a cool strikeout that'll kind of be some good momentum. Now I don't. We did the rest thing, and I think he was well rested coming into today. That I don't know. He's clearly not in the circle of trust, and I don't know if he will get back there.
I think when they used Nick Ramirez over him in that one game, he kind of was on the outs. There was buzz and hearsay. They were trying to package him last year, so they sent him down to AAA to freeze his MLB stats in a nice spot, and then we're keeping him down there because they wanted to trade him, and then the trade didn't go through, so they brought him back up after the deadline. And maybe he's a little worried about some second half tomfoolery again, and they use Nick Ramirez ahead of him, and then he's kind of being all pissy about it.
There's a
I'm
chance.
a fan fiction guy.
You are a fan fiction guy.
Yeah.
Who's your MFer, did you say?
My MFer's Wordvet. I mean, we're doing something cool here, man. Everyone's coming up and helping. Bauers comes up, helps. McKinney, he's playing for the first time, and he's helping. Peraza doesn't get any hits, but made some nice plays. Got some action. And, okay, Trevino's out. Who cares? Wordvet's been crushing it in AAA. This is the addition by subtraction series, and he went over. So fall into my fan fiction. Otherwise, you're MFer.
Yeah, he might be saving it for the Subway Series. We'll see. But Ben Rorvet's on the team, we think.
Yeah. Call it Cole because Cole catches better with Trevino over Higgy, even though Higgy was his personal catcher over Gary, which is what we told you was going to happen, that he doesn't matter. He's just a personal catcher guy, and he decides that's my guy, and now that guy's bad.
Dang.
I have Rortvedt as waking up Rizzo. Rizzo's last homer was when Rortvedt was on the team. So I think when he stares at Rortvedt long enough, he starts hitting homers.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Another lefty?
Okay.
Get Ben Rortvedt out of my face.
Caught a good game. And no one else really deserved it, so sorry.
Damn.
Tough love.
Tough
Wake
love
up,
it is.
idiot.
The old MFer, welcome to the team, Ben. Let's see what you got, kid.
Oh, I hand out those like candy.
He'll
Oh,
get-
fresh meat.
I've seen him give out candy to kids.
Trying to stop that. Yeah, trying to cut back.
Halloween. Parades.
Parades. Just chucking them at kids.
By my record, Ben Rortvedt's last award and only other award in Talkin Yanks history, he got the Geppetto's Dildo Award from Jimmy in the Red Series. So
What?
So
Because he was a real boy. He was a real boy. Yeah.
he was real.
Did you call Joe's after giving him that, or did Joe's call us?
I forget. Joe's loves Pinocchio. It's his favorite movie.
Geppetto's his favorite character.
Yeah.
Regular award.
You know, Geppetto's actually the main character. Regular old awards. Jake, you go first. You said you have a diesel. I got a diesel award for McKinney lined up.
Diesel. Well, now I gotta cook the books a little bit. I am giving out a Talkin Yanks favorite. I am giving out the Broken Wrist Award.
Ah, my wrist.
You got it.
Are you giving that to Billy McKinney?
I am.
Mark it down, BBD, and type with ease.
Billy McKinney. Yeah, you can. I'd like that noted. Billy McKinney in that first game, he makes the two great catches, that one by the wall. He hits a big 3-run homer right after the 3-run homer. And Jim, you know, I have a friend who in 8th grade, he broke his wrist, his right wrist, and he was a righty. And so, you know, he had to start using his left hands for things. And basically, Billy McKinney for one day was a lefty baiter. So that's why he gets the Broken Wrist Award.
Where was he?
Go on.
Just cooled off?
Billy McKinney, yeah. I think felt like he wasn't getting his regular playing time, which feels weird because we didn't have outfielders, but he had a stretch of bad at bats.
He had a cool down period, and either Oakland or St. Louis, Booney had mentioned he fouled the ball off his leg or foot. So that had knocked him out for a series for being more than a.
Yeah, if you go back to
bench
June
guy.
25th, so almost a month before the Kansas City series, Billy McKinney was 3 for his last 29, a 103 batting average, a 103 slugging. So, yeah, I mean, for 4 weeks, playing with his hair on fire, Billy McKinney was kind of missing. So, hey, maybe he's got a hot stretch coming, or maybe it was Royals baseball. But, hey, good job, Billy. Good job, Billy.
Good job, Billy. Billy's number 1. Wahoo! That's great. It's one of my favorite quotes from that movie.
It is.
My first award is the Lupe Fiasco Award.
Ooh, kick back.
No, not that song.
Kick back.
That's not that song.
So you're trying to think of someone who's kicking back into gear.
Wrong song.
Kick
It's
back
a
by
wrong
Lupe
song.
Fiasco.
You're using the wrong song.
You are going to Giancarlo Stanton.
Wrong.
Okay.
I was doing the song If You Are Who You Say You Are, a Superstar.
How you feel?
Because Bauers, that dude, exactly who he said he is. that leadoff at bat to open the game, gets it to a full count. And I'm like, I remember this. Then he hits the nice, I think it was a single to right field. I was like, yes, I remember this. This is what it felt like Bauers was doing a lot. And then at the end of the game, hot shot to the wall in right field, gets a beat on it. Great run. You're like, oh, yeah, get there. Get there. Last second, something goes awry, doesn't have the ball in his glove. And I'm just like, that's on me, Jake.
Yeah.
That's who you are. Those first 95 or the first 95% of tracking a ball is wonderful.
Yeah. And
then it's like just a gust of like confusion and the ball's on the ground. So I appreciate Bauers coming back and just being who he is.
A superstar. That's what Lupe Fiasco says in that song.
He is a superstar at that. I don't know anyone else better.
It's true. Yeah, it is tough that, whenever we get into the Yankees have a bunch of infielders and DHs, and whenever we do, look at today's lineup. Billy McKinney should be like a treat of this season. He should be from previous years, Gio's coming out party and things like that. Like Billy McKinney has been really good at bats and has an OPS at right around 8 right now.
McKinney or Bauers?
Bauers, excuse me.
How could you confuse them?
Yeah, right. So yeah, and if Jake Bauers had been doing everything he's doing from like the 7th hole of a normal Yankee lineup, we'd be like, look at this guy, All-American boy, O'Neal Light. Instead, it's like, oh wow, you're back first game leading off. Here we go.
The leadoff brigade: Peraza, McKinney, Bauers. Did you just get called up from the minors? Let's get you 4 at-bats at the top. How about our bench right now? Rortvedt, Peraza, Allen, IKF. IKF banished. Doesn't make an appearance, Jake.
No. And it is, we're not believing in anything because the Royals are so bad, but there kind of are a lot of changes happening. Like Ben Rortvedt's now going to catch 33% of the games, which that's new. Bauers is back, which, we do like his at-bats. And even going back a week when Donaldson's out for the season. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Some new stuff has happened. Just win baseball games against real teams and make us believe in something. And maybe give us a Judge pseudo timeline.
Are Bader and McKinney in the fight for Judge return time, left field?
Who's fighting with Aaron Judge for?
Well, no. The two of them are fighting each other for left field once Judge is back.
I guess so. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Left field's been a tough thing for me lately and the past couple years, if I'm being completely 100.
Greg Allen in the fight?
Versus lefties, because he's switch. So I'd say Bauers. I think Bauers would be your left fielder in a game that matters in Yankee land. His regular at-bats have been consistently better than McKinney's. McKinney can play all the outfield positions, so him and Greg Allen are kind of your 4th and 5th, and you try to keep Bader healthy with some rest days and stuff. I don't know.
One of them got to go.
There'll be injuries.
Glaber's already gone.
Mike could.
Who comes up if Glaber goes down?
Oswaldo.
Duh!
It's been half your topic this episode.
It was so obvious I missed it.
Sometimes that's life.
Your last award.
My last and final award. Jim, there was a big movie that came out this weekend.
Barbenheimer.
Haven't seen either. No spoilers, if you have. I'm going to give out the Ken Award.
All right. So you're saying whoever you're giving this to, you're calling dickless.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm not going to go that route when I guess.
Don't go the dickless guess route.
I'm not going that route.
You gave me that Lupe Fiasco advice. I'll give you that advice.
I don't know. DJ should probably get talked about. I'm going to go DJ.
It's going to Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, the body, the core, he is my, if I'm Barbie, that's kind of the Ken I'm looking for. I think he has a massive hammer instead of none, but.
You mark it down, Beebs, in the ledger that I bad miss.
Horrible miss by you.
You even guessed him for my award earlier.
Like the whole thing was lining up. But you missed Oswaldo a second ago, so I don't know. It sounds like the beach sand party is getting to you a little bit. Stanton ends up going 4 for 12. He what was the stat they kept saying? I think it's six homers in 12 games, which it's like, okay, when
one for every 2 games.
That's a little bit of a math pod, people. Watch yourselves. As we've now done the same conversation for 3 weeks, the Yankees haven't earned themselves a big trade at the deadline. We're still interested to see what it looks like and where we're at in a couple days. But if they want to do anything or feel different, a lot of it comes down to Rizzo and DJ and Stanton and Judgy when he comes back. That, hey, Big G with the Star Insurance homer in that first game. And he's on a little bit of a heater, and I actually did like Boone's post game. Because part of Boone's job is to not run too hot or too cold. And when the Yankees are really cold, that's when we get frustrated because we're like, dude, just say it. But I kind of agree with him. Stanton's still not fully clicking. Like the at-bats still don't look like, we've seen those Stanton hot streaks, and it seems like he's not there, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But
it's not the playoffs yet, so.
Yeah.
What's very interesting is when Judge comes back, if he comes back in 2 weeks or a week or whatever, the team is there. The only miss is Trevino at catcher and Wordvet. Other than that, it's like every other position is what we knew it was going to be. Even the rotation, Cole, Rodon. Oh, Nestor's coming back. He pitched in.
Yep.
That's another groundskeeping. Nestor pitched in Somerset or Scranton. I think Somerset.
I think Somerset.
We hit it in passing.
Yeah. But so we're very close to this is the team, this is the team you wanted. So if you still are not winning if they don't go off, right, then they can't use injuries because this is the roster. Kind of how bad they've been and some of the names that are on the roster. You're like, wow, you still got so many replacement players. You got, Greg Allen and Bauers and McKinney and then it's like, nope, that was a gap you left open.
Yeah, that's the part that's kind of tough about the Yankees. They believe in their ability to scout the next Urshela, Bauers, and those guys that they leave the first half of the season as almost like tryouts. Matt Carpenter last year when they got him. Problem is we didn't. I don't think we've found too much. And the main guys haven't been good. So, Yankees baseball.
Yankees baseball.
Who's your last and most persuasive word?
The last and most persuasive word goes to this is the ooh. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
I wish I thought of this earlier, but you don't know who's going to be left for the last award.
Right.
It's hard to prep for it.
It's a mystery game.
I have something I'm building in my head and I like it a ton. It just hasn't 100% got there yet.
How can I help?
Can you tell me if there's any movie where there's, well, that's a huge hint.
Okay.
I'll just say your friend's friend who you hate award. I like him. I like him. I like him one at a time award. Better apart award.
The better apart award.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does go to 3 guys.
It's a triple.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just going to spread the board. I'm going to kind of roulette table it. When you play the middle and you're just, I don't know, you're just kind of going by feel. I'd be remiss if I don't guess DJ at this point, just going on our classic. You just guessed him, so I have to guess him. I'll throw out Luis Severino because there's a chance that he could be a conversation topic. And I'll throw out Oswald Peraza.
No. 0 for 3. Mark that down, Beeps. And
just goes as 0 for 1 in the ledger, but
not on the side notes. No, it goes to Wandy, Tommy, and Clay. And I like them, but I think if you're like Clay, you know, you guys are like quite the threesome. And he's like, they're a lot when they're together. I like Tommy when I'm with Tommy. I like Wandy when I'm with Wandy. But if I'm with Tommy and Wandy, I get out. I get the hell out. Like once Wandy comes in the game and Clay's just left with Tommy, that's a good time. Or once Tommy goes to the game and Clay's just left in the bullpen with Wandy, that's a good time. The first 7 innings when Tommy and Wandy are together in the bullpen, Clay is, I'm going to go to the dugout. As soon as one of them gets called in the game, I'll go to the bullpen and start warming up. Because that's a lot, man. That's like your best friend in college who you get along great with and you have a great rapport, or you're like your roommate. His best friend from like kindergarten through high school comes over. They're on a different wavelength to when they're together. Yeah. Like Tommy's like, or Clay's like, I don't understand the two of them when they talk.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that before the season in an exciting way. Like Tommy and Wandy seem to be perfect friends. Righty lefty, chaos, change-ups.
Except they both get lefties out better. But the threesome worked in the 2 games that they appeared in.
Part of the formula, like you're mentioning. That's the exciting and scary part as we start heading for it. That a chunk of the Yankees formula is there. You know, that back end of the bullpen we kind of anticipated. We're missing Johnny Els, and he's working his way.
He looked great.
You liked how he looked in the sim game?
I don't know who said it, but someone said the line like, probably the 2 toughest at-bats they could have. Like them facing each other. It's just like, no. They're both seeing action for the first time. None of this matters. They're jumping onto a moving train of guys in full flow of the season. This isn't anything. Like either way, this is two rehabbing guys rehabbing in a fake game.
Right.
I don't know. Was it Boone? It was like probably like 2 of the like this thing like not going to face a better hitter than Judge the rest of the way. True, he's really really good, but not the other way around. Anyway, whatever. There's too much eyewash going on for me. It almost felt like there was a memo sent out to the Yankees, like everything we can do off the field, that's cool. Let's do it. Rizzo, he's slumping. Let's get Nick Swisher up. Him and Casey, they're going to do BP together on the field. Pettitte, he's a fan favorite. He's an advisor. Let's get him on the field before the game. We're going to have UConn coach Hurley. He's a go-getter, business guy. He speaks to New York. Let's get him in the booth. Judge, Loizaga, full yes crew. Let's get them center stage. I was like, all right. Win games, make trades. Doing a lot of nonsense.
Defending my guy Hurley, he's a little bit of a media darling, and he did the same.
All the Hurleys are. They're awesome.
Yeah, he did the same thing at Fenway last week, so he's just getting his face out in front of more recruits. So that's
but in the middle of that, I said awesome mantra: win games, make trades.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So now you're back trading for the Yanks.
Yeah, no. We're in limbo.
Okay.
But we could have really tilted the wrong way. We avoided a big tilt.
Win games, comma, make trades.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's it. I'm go eat some sand. Everyone go check out Warehouse Games championship game. It's
Say
a good
that
one.
say that
10
one
minutes.
sentence you want to say about DJ.
Good-ish. Good series for him. Kind
Hits in
of.
each game,
Had some
right?
hits. The home run was good. Had some bad at-bats still.
Billy McKinney, 5 walks?
One
He
intentional.
cares.
He cares.
He's different. He's different. Love you. Go Yanks. Tell him, Grams.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees. Is it sand cake?
Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
Thinking about it now.